Hi, I'm the Rap Critic. Let's talk about Kendrick Lamar. Now, I hadn't heard much about Kendrick until he killed it at the BET Cypher last year, and I was inexplicably intrigued. So I checked out some more from the guy, and yeah, this dude is awesome. Like, nothing I've ever heard from him has been in any way whack. And higher-ups in the industry started noticing, like Dr. Dre, who ended up signing him. Which is great, because we really need some big names behind talented guys like him. This is like when Kanye was backing Lupe Fiasco, you know? Then I thought about the, 8 other times in the last 3 years that I've heard an underground artist that was good and started sucking as soon as he got signed, and, well, it lowered my expectation again. And that's not like some hipster way of thinking. It's not like as soon as I hear that a rapper gets signed, my opinion of everything he does after that gets filtered as whack. It's just that when you get on a major label, there are a lot more people you now have to go through to get your album out. And those people aren't exactly concerned with your artistic integrity. You see, there are 2 ways record companies can go about every artist. You can either encourage them to adapt some characteristics of the typical mainstream aesthetic while still retaining your own unique sound, or you can make a stilted, awkward transition into the cliches of rap music, losing all original fans while barely hanging on to what I like to call surface fans, who are people who will care about you up until the very second you don't have another hit. And seeing that statistically, that is what's going to happen, let's get it over with. Let's see my expectations of this talented rarity from the West Coast get completely dashed out by looking at his biggest single so far, Swimming Pools. Parentheses, drank. Yeah, this is gonna be bad.
Hold up.
Frank.
Headshot.
Frank.
Sit down.
Frank.
Stand up.
Frank.
Pass out.
Frank.
This is the hook? Really? Why has no one made an internet meme out of this yet? You know what? I'll even get it started. Need courage to talk to that girl.
Frank.
Get shot down.
Frank.
Drown in my sorrows.
Frank.
Go to work.
Frank.
Blink.
Frank.
Get fired for drinking on the job.
Frank.
Go to rehab.
Frank.
Get kicked out of rehab.
Frank.
Realize the inability for this meme to catch on.
Frank.
Okay, from that hook, I think we know what we're in for. So let's get ready to hear yet another consequence-free fantasy song about how awesome alcohol is.
Now I done grew around some people living their life in bottles.
Huh. That didn't sound as positive as I was expecting it to sound. In fact, one could dare say it has a negative context.
Now I done grew around some people living their life in bottles. Granddaddy had the golden flask, backstroke every day in Chicago.
Wait, backstroke, swimming? Oh, I get it. So the idea of swimming pools are going to serve as a metaphor for how some people's lives are so engulfed by alcohol, it's like they're constantly swimming in it. That's actually some pretty cool use of imagery. I got nothing.
Some people like the way it feels. Some people want to kill their sorrow. Some people want to fit in with the popular. That was my problem.
You know, in any other song about this topic, I'd rip on him for rhyming the word sorrow with problem, but the actual content of the line allows me to look past that. Because while he's saying that some people are addicted to the way it makes them feel and some people are addicted to it because it helps them deal with the harsh realities of life, Kendrick is saying that he's only doing it to fit in with the crowd. But then, who are the people that make up that crowd? People who are addicted to its effects, and people who use it to mask their pain, and people who want to fit in with these people. So basically, the main users of alcohol are chemically dependent on it, but since it's the cool thing to do, the alcohol-induced lifestyle perpetuates itself onto others. And I know, I'm in college. So to sum this all up, what I'm trying to say is...
Peer pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure.
Now see, I don't always rip on a couplet just because it doesn't rhyme, which should go as a reminder to all you other rappers out there. If you're not lyrical masterminds, it helps if you still say something that's interesting.
I was in a dark room, loud tunes, looking to make a vow soon that I'ma get f***ed up, filling up my cup.
Now I like how the music video and the song use the specific imagery of a house party. Because, at least for me, a house party is a place where I associate high school and college kids drinking. And I think that's an important distinction in this case, because while I'm sure there are plenty of adults out there that only drink occasionally and responsibly, most high school and college kids don't.
I see the crowd mood changing by the minute, and the record on repeat. Took a sip, then another sip, then somebody said to me, why you babysitting? Only 2 or 3 shots. I'ma show you how to turn it up a notch. First you get a swimming pool full of liquor, then you dive in it. Pool full of liquor, then you dive in it.
Well played transition into the chorus there, good sir. So he's at this party making a promise to himself that he's going to get inebriated, but since he's not really into drinking, he just sips a couple of shots fairly moderately. But then some guy sees him, obviously not going hard body on the liquor, interrupts him and says, what are you doing with those little baby shot glasses? What you need to do is get yourself a swimming pool full of liquor and then you dive right in. And the usage of another drunk person talking to him in the chorus is actually a great device because it allows him to have the alcohol anthem chorus, but since it's coming from someone other than the narrator, there's dramatic irony in the reference to the imagery that Kendrick used to describe his grandfather's life, saying that he was backstroking in liquor. And since swimming pools is the analogy that this other guy is using, the overall intent is to say that they're all in the same pool. At least by my definition.
Okay, now open your mind up and listen to me, Kendrick. I'm in your conscience. If you do not hear me, then you will be history, Kendrick. I know that you're nauseous right now, and I'm hoping to lead you to victory, Kendrick.
And from those last three lines, it's obvious that Kendrick just went straight from the kiddie pool to the deep end.
If I take another one down, I'ma drown in some poison, abusing my limit.
And he takes us back to the metaphor, stating that if he gets any deeper, he's not going to be able to resurface.
And I think that I'm feeling the vibe. I see the love in her eyes. I see the feeling of freedom is granted as soon as the damage of vodka arrives.
And here the good stuff is taking effect, and he finally understands the way it strips away inhibitions, and how that inspires him to act on the inclination he gets from a hot chick across the room.
And apparently, I'm over-influenced by what you are doing. I thought I was doing the most, and someone said to me,
Why you babysitting? Only 2 or 3 shots. I'ma show you how to turn it up a notch.
So here he's making the point that despite how you actually feel about your own limit, the people around you are always influencing you to... Wait a minute, am I already at the chorus? Is that all? I mean, there's this little bridge at the end.
I ride, you ride, bang. 1 chopper, 100 shots, bang. Hop out, do you, bang. 2 chopper, 200 shots, bang.
Which seems to be comparing the peer pressure of drinking with the peer pressure of gangbang activity, which is an interesting proposition in and of itself, because since the name of his album is Good Kid, Mad City, there could be a running theme about how at heart he's a genuine good person, but that the environment around him supersedes his personality and guides him to another path. But yeah, other than that, this is pretty much it. Well, that was kind of quick. In fact, looking at the lyrics, there's only about 8 bars in each verse. And you know what? I'm actually cool with that. For what we get, I'd give it a 5 out of 5 stars. He at least gave us more to think about than Soulja Boy could give us in 8 bars. I am so glad you're irrelevant now. And also, looking at it from his perspective, it's actually a good idea to keep this song short and make the hook and chorus quicker to get to soften the blow of the content of the verses, and to make the track more radio friendly. So he quickly gets in and gets out, all while keeping his integrity intact. I think it actually satisfies both criteria for pop rap music and artistic music. Hey, what's this song's current position in the top 40 anyway? Oh, it's not even in the... Well, what do I know about what makes a song popular?
Hold up,
Drink,
headshot,
drink,
sit down,
drink,
stand up,
drink,
pass out,
drink,
wake up,
drink,
fade it,
drink,
fade it.
drink.